Hey folks, it's your man Manny, and I'm out with Ajax, and we had Jeff come over from Follow the Leader in Ojai to work with Ajax. And it was interesting getting him out of the yard because as soon as he came out of the gate, he was just so excited. And so I wanted to do a video talking about how important it is that you work your dog in a very calm state sometimes with hardly any rewards. Now, in this case, we're using the remote collar and we're using a slip lead. But what was interesting is when he came out and we were using food and we were trying to use the remote collar, even, attempting to correct him, he just wasn't understanding what we were saying to him. And so we thought to ourselves, as we often do, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to get what you've always gotten. And so we understood, he's aroused. He's expecting a reward right now. And when we don't give him the food, or in this case, he really wants the toy, he wants his Frisbee, he doesn't know how to accept that there's not going to be any reward given. And so these sessions, believe it or not, folks, it's like watching paint dry. And the hard part about this type of work is initially it has to be done almost in a no distraction environment. I mean, this is a thing where I might take a dog to an empty industrial parking lot at night and just walk around back and forth for 30 minutes. Super calm, no food, no talking. And what we're doing is we're really trying to create calm time in obedience. We're really trying to help the dog understand, sometimes when you're in obedience and you're on a leash, I'm asking you to do things with enthusiasm or to get excited. Sure, we're going somewhere exciting. I'm calling you to come back, come running back. I want to put you in a heel. I want you excited to be next to me. But there's a lot of other times I'm just explaining to the dog, hey, you're just going to do this stuff and there's not really any reward. The work and spending time with me is the reward.
Let's go.
When you have working breeds like this is some sort of, who knows what he is, blue heeler mix or border collie mix. It's really important that you're helping them understand there is a time to work and there's a time where I want you to do obedience and I'm going to give you rewards and I'm going to make it fun and I'm going to pay you. But then I also want you to know, this is not a job I want you doing with intensity. This is not a job where I want you hyper alert. This is ultimately a job where you're just kind of chilling. And your job is to essentially just relax and wait. And, whatever I ask you to do, I'd like you to do it with that same sort of attitude of just being relaxed and waiting.
Okay, let's go.
Now, in this case, Jeff's using the remote collar every time he's given a command. He's just tapping it at 4 or 5. And if he's not listening, Jeff's just going to say, and he's tapping it at maybe 9, at just a little bit higher. It's important when you're working in this state of low arousal, you're not using high levels of corrections because that itself can make the dog like him more aroused.
Let's go. Good. Thanks.
And you could see there how he saw the crow and then Jeff said good and he immediately looked at Jeff and was like, yeah, I get food. I looked at the crow and it was like, no, dude, what are you doing? Believe it or not, folks, this type of work will exhaust your high drive dog. And if you contrast this with sometimes doing the obedience with your remote collar and your leash and making it fun and making it fast and making it exciting, or doing your obedience and rewarding him with a toy, you'll find the dog will be understanding. Hey, sometimes you do the obedience and that's all. Sometimes you do it, it's going to be fun. And if you notice your dog, looking overly depressed or not into their commands, you can do that and go back and do exciting, fun obedience with a lot of rewards. I tend to think of my obedience in 3 different speeds. I do exciting, fast obedience. I do obedience like this, super slow, hardly any food, not the use of much tools, just super slow, basically just Showing the dog, hey, this is 80% of the time when I'm going to take you places in the future or we're hanging out. Ultimately, this is what I want. I don't want a dog that's like, yeah, I laid down. Where's my reward? I don't want a dog that's like, hey, I came back. Throw the ball again. I want a dog that's like, man, I love you. I love hanging out with you. This is cool. I just love being calm around you. This is nice. I like matching your energy level. I like looking at things like those dogs down there and knowing I don't have to worry about it because I'm chilling. So, and then I work in a way where I do both. I'll do fast, 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 and then I do slow. I'll move the dog really, really quickly, and then I'll have a hold of command, and I won't do any rewards. I'll do a huge reward for something, and then I might not do any rewards for something else. I'll use a lot of pressure with the remote, or I might not use any pressure. But if you can isolate and do obedience very, very slow, and we'll do another video with him showing fast obedience, and you can also do obedience fast, what you're going to find is you're going to have a much better understanding of how do I work with the dog when they're in drive and they are aroused. How can I get them excited? How can I calm them down? And how can I create that clear picture that sometimes obedience is calm, I don't really have a reward, and other times obedience is super fun and exciting. And oh my God, you came back instead of chasing a deer? Hell yeah, if I have some beef jerky, I'm going to give you some. So that's all, folks. I hope you found this video helpful of just showing how to work a dog in calm mode or chill mode, how to work a dog slowly with a remote collar and a slip lead without much food. And although this is, like I said, very boring and like watching paint dry, I promise you, if you find the time to do it, and you put the work in, it will benefit you later on. And you will one day be out there with your dog in the real world going, oh man, this is what we practiced for. Look at him, he's just chilling. Remember, as always, folks, we don't blame them, we train them. If we love them, we lead them. And you can always find my poetry book online. Follow theleadercanine.com and also hire me for online sessions. If you'd like a custom approach from a trainer who can really take the approach that you need with your dog. Hope you're all doing well, and your dog is just so lucky to have you as their human.